I will start as everyone will be inside. Thank you so much. Great. Okay. Thank you so much for visiting us. This room is dedicated to the cultural heritage of my country. If you look up, you can see the stars. Just as my ancestors used to do, nomads were really good at stargazing. They used to watch the stars to find the answers to their questions. And one day, by watching the stars, they created the nomadic calendar machine that you see here. One machine equals to one circle of Jupiter around the sun, which is 12 years. That's why every 12 years, Kazakh people celebrate the age of Mashiach. When we turn 12, 24, 36, it's a very special and a meaningful age for us. Nomads had their religion. Their religion was called Tengriism. They believed that God's name was Tengri, that Tengri married an earth-like goddess, and that's how humanity was created. Tengriism also was spread all over the Central Asia. Probably 4,000 years ago, nomads were first people who domesticated wild horses. And domestication of wild horses led to big developments and new inventions like trousers, wheels, chariots, boot heels, stirrups, and so on. Here you can see pieces of traditional Kazakh jewelry. This one in the middle, the big one, is called sholpoy. It has a very interesting story behind it. Kazakh girls always had long braided hair, and they used to wear this heavy metal thing in their hair. Because back then, the risks of a beautiful girl being kidnapped to marry someone were very high, and the fathers wanted to protect the daughters, and they made them wear this thing. Firstly, because they believed that it has some spiritual protective powers, and secondly, because this thing makes a very specific ringing noise, and the father would always hear where the daughter is and whether she was okay. Here you can stand on the circle and try on traditional nomadic clothing, but it works better when there are no people in the background. That's why you can try it when we finish if you want to. Dear guests, would you mind please proceed to this side? I would like to continue here. Thank you so much. If you pay attention to this board right here, you can see different types of Kazakh national ornaments. These patterns are a big part of our culture. You can see it on our national flag, here on my uniform, every piece of traditional clothing. It's a signature thing for Kazakh people. But back then, at nomadic time, it was more than just drawings. It was almost a language. It was a way of communication, and we can see it through the carpets that they made. Nomadic women were really good at carpet craftsmanship, and imagine a situation: a girl gets married, and in marriage she makes a carpet with patterns, and she sends this carpet to her parents. Her parents received the carpet, and they could read the patterns that she made and understand whether their daughter is happy in marriage or not. Here you can see a traditional nomadic house. It's called the yurt. As you know, nomads never settled down in one place for long. They always moved from one spot to another throughout the Great Steppe, and that's why they needed a house which would be sustainable and also easy to transport. That's how they created the yurt. This game shows us how the yurt was built in process. They started from the walls, settled the door, then the middle, the base for the roof itself, and then they covered it all with thick fabric and brought some carpets, pillows inside, and the nomadic house was ready. If you noticed, this room is also made as an imitation of a yurt. The yurt itself is a thing full of symbolism. Nomadic people, because they lived in the steppe, they believed that Earth is flat and shaped like a circle, and they believed that the galaxy is in the shape of a semi-sphere. That's why the yurt is shaped like that. For them, the yurt was the miniature model of the universe. Thank you so much for your attention. We have 3 more zones on this floor. Please proceed further.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me give some short information about this zone of our pavilion. Hello. On this wall, I guess we can see all the beauties of our nature, like mountains, forests, lakes, even the desert on the upside, all of them located on territory of our country. Assalamu alaikum. In these small boxes, we can see the plants which are growing on territory of Kazakhstan. For example, this is a Sivers apple tree. شجر التفاح cedars. They grow in a territory on the southern part of our country. And this apple behind you, you will see it in the zone. This is the ancestor of all apples in the world. So the first apple appeared in Kazakhstan and started to spread through the Great Silk Road, which was passing from China to Europe through the lands of Kazakhstan. As the first tulip appeared in Kazakhstan more than 10 million years ago and started to spread 400 years ago in the whole world. And Holland always remarks that they brought the tulips from Kazakhstan. And the interesting zone here is moving feather grass. Not touching the screen, but swiping with your hand, you can see the movement of Josan. Boys, don't touch him. Yeah. And on the white, this grass are growing on the white steppe. Nobody who never visited, no one who never visited Kazakhstan can understand what makes the steppe. Because the steppe is the unlimited horizons, unlimited flats, plains, with all the mountains. The majority of lands of Kazakhstan are covered by the steppe. But Kazakhstan also famous not only by the steppe, it's also famous by the mountains. For example, this one on upside, which are located on the eastern part of Kazakhstan. This is Altai Mountains, located on territory of four countries like Kazakhstan, Russia, Mongolia and China. But the highest peak located in Kazakhstan, the highest about 4.5 kilometers. As my favorite one, this one, colorful mountains of Aktau. Aktau is a small city in western part and located in coast of Caspian Sea. Yes, you can take videos or photos in this zone. I was glad to see you. Thank you for your attention, dear guests.
Thank you.
These apples you can buy in a souvenir shop. It's original from Kazakhstan. Have some interesting information about rare and precious metals which can be found in Kazakhstan. By turning this loose, you are entitled to all products.
Assalamualaikum dari Pavilion Kazakhstan. Tadi emang sempat ngantri, sayangnya udah bikin smart queue, maksudnya supaya langsung masuk nggak perlu ngantri, ternyata tetap harus ngantri gitu. Dan juga ngantri kayak mungkin 15 menit gitu, jadi ya mungkin kalau misalnya punya smart queue nggak perlu booking apa-apa di Pavilion Kazakhstan karena nggak ngaruh gitu. Cuman bagus sih, mereka dia kayak terarah gitu dan ada tour guide-nya gitu. Jadi setiap section, setiap ruangan itu ada tour guide-nya dan siap ngejawab semua pertanyaan gitu. Bagus sih. Kita lihat ini juga di teknologi ya kayaknya. Kita lihat sekitar. Katanya sih ada performance, cuma nggak tahu performance-nya di mana. Kita lihat aja nanti. Bagus sih teknologinya cuy. Pavilion Kazakhstan.
People you have seen today, all the people you have ever met, everyone in history, billions of human beings. We are all connected and always story of our common origin. Homo sapiens emerged about 300,000 years ago, and the early human populations began to disperse across continents and give birth